So good evening, everyone. So in today's topic, we are going to see about like a few introduction part and how we set up this and why we are moving into Python and what is Python interpreter, how to write our first program, and what are the PEP rules in while we write an Python code and understanding the error message and how to use the terminal, everything, all the topics will be covered. Okay. Okay. So just a brief introduction about this Python. So this is created by Guido Man Rosen, named after this thing. So what happened is I think one or two guys, you have already familiar with Java. In Java programming, you would have seen like just to print hello, what is the syntax in Java?
System.out.print.
Yes, system.out.print and then println.
Yes.
It's a long, lengthy one, right? And a lot of other complicated syntax will be there in Java. So what the author thought is the discoverer of this Python, he thought is he just want a programming language and like to be readable in a very simple and explicit way. So that is his motive, and based on that, he has written. So if you see Python, it's very simple, very readable code. For example, if you want to print hello, then what is the built-in function? Just print. That's all. Print hello. That's all. Okay, it's very simple in Python compared to other programming languages. Okay, and it is an interpreted language. I'll explain you each and everything. What do you mean by interpreted language? Dynamically typed. I'll explain each and everything. These 2 points I'll come later. And nowadays, Python is extremely used in industries for used by Google, NASA, Netflix, Instagram, Spotify. Everywhere we use Python, and it's a good thing that like you have started learning this much earlier. And we can also develop like separate like websites and applications. Everything can be done. It's very much widely used in AI, machine language, automation, everywhere. Okay, so currently if you say it's ranked 1 or 2 compared to all the other programming languages, so it's very, very important to learn Python. Okay, now, so there are 3 modes, okay, of running a program. Running a program in the sense, for example, you are writing a code and how to execute that. Okay, so there are 3 modes or there. First one is interactive shell mode. Okay, so it is nothing. I'll show you what is interactive shell mode. You can just make a note. First one is interactive shell mode. The second is script mode. And the third is notebook. Okay. So interactive shell, from the name you can get it. What is interactive? So if you see here, so this is the interactive mode. Okay. For example, print. As I told you, if you want to print something on the screen, just give print. Okay. That's all. Double quotes. Just inside a double quotes, if it is a string, then just put print hello. So what will happen now? It will just print hello. That's all, right? It's a very simple. This we can call this as a Python program only. Okay, we don't need to like import this, that, everything is not needed. Just if you want to print hello, you can print it. So this is where interactive mode. Okay, for example, this is one program. Okay, I'm just copying it. Okay, this is a simple calculator program. Okay, so just see how I'm running it in an interactive mode. Okay, see if I just copy that and enter, see a simple calculator is being developed. So you can do anything like 1 plus 2 equal to 3, right? So this is called interactive mode, okay, of running a Python. So starting from today for I think 2 to 3 days, we will use this interactive mode only. Okay. Later, we can move to the second one, that is called script mode. Okay. What is script mode? What is script mode? We have to write the complete code in a file, and you have to save that file as .py file, Python file, and you have to run it as a file. Okay. So whenever, like after you learn all the basics, we will start working in script mode. We can start running the programs in script mode. Okay. So I'll show you how we run it in a script mode. For that, we use an editor called VS Code. Okay, this is very famous in IT companies. We use this. Okay, VS Code. As I told you, see, the complete program is here. Import, thinner, everything. We are writing it in a file. I'm saving it as a import tkinner as this thing as a file name, and I'm executing it by how I'm executing. I'm sorry. How am I executing? Python 3. See, like this. I'm just giving the file name. We don't know the complete code. Okay, we are just executing the file using the file name. Okay, putting it, saving it in a file, and the extension should be Python, py. In Java, what is the extension of a file? Java program?
Ma'am, .java.
.java, right? So here it is, py is the extension of any Python script. So if you just execute it, see the same program, it is coming up like this, right? So this is called script mode. Hope everything is understandable now. So we have seen interactive shell mode and the script mode. And the third one is called notebook. Notebook, there is a tool called Jupyter we use, but like it's not widely used by like everyone. It is specific. It is used in specific areas. So we are not going to cover this. It's not actually needed. Okay. Initially, we have to go with the interactive shell mode and then script mode. Okay. Any doubts? Can I move on to the next topic?
Actually, what does notebook mode do?
See, the same thing actually, ma. So what there is a Jupyter means it's a kind of tool where we will be pasting the complete code into that notebook and execute it like line by. For example, if it is a big program, for example, here in real world programs, if you see, there will be thousands of lines. Okay, you can break it down like from here to here. Okay, if there is no connectivity between the other functions and you want to use few functions, like you can break the full program into 3 parts and you can execute one by one, so that it will be easy, right, to get it instead of running it as a whole. Because Python, what it does is it line by line it executes. For example, it will check this, the first line, import. Okay, and then it will go to root equal to this thing, and then it will go to, if it finds some issue with this thing, it will not jump into other thing, it will just break it down. Okay, so
Yes.
what happens is, for example, in real world, what happens is like a single programmer will not write the complete script. Okay, it will be given as separate modules. Each programmer will be taking up separate modules. So what they'll do is separate modules will be executed separately by each programmer. So like a single script is broken down into many things, and in that case we use notebooks.
Yes.
Few
Understood.
functions like that. So, but we are not going to cover. It's a little complicated, so it's not actually needed. Okay, but you just need to understand there is something called Jupyter. It's a notebook kind of mode of running the Python. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you. So now here starts the actual topic. So today what are we going to see is what is built-in function? Okay, it's very, very an important term. As a programmer, you should know what is built-in function. Okay, see, for example, I'm giving print hello world. Okay, whatever you give, whether you can use single quote or double quote. Okay, if whatever you give as a print, it will just print hello world, right? So how do the computer or the compiler knows that when you give print hello world, it should print hello world? Any idea how the interpreter is, how does it know that, okay, if it is like this, it has to print?
Define syntax.
Yeah, syntax. So that's fine. But what does it mean is how it understands is, see, when you install Python in your laptop, if you see, for example, I have installed my Python under this Python 3.13. Hope everyone is using Windows or Mac. Anyone is using Mac?
Ma'am, I'm using Mac.
Sorry, who is that?
I'm Yuvan.
Yuvan. Okay. So the setup will be a little bit different. Okay. So now I'm using Windows. So when I install this, it is getting installed. All these required libraries, scripts, everything is stored under this, right? So for example, here scripts, if you see, there will be like set version, all these are come in default. Okay. So over here in this libraries and in this packages, what happens is, see, just make a note of this folder name, pycache. Okay. I'll come to this point later. So what happens is whenever you install Python by default, many libraries will be installed in your laptop. Okay. So in one of these, they would have written a Python script, okay, in such a way that if you give print text like print, and if it is inside a single quote or double quote, then you have to print. So that script will be written in any of these libraries and the other scripts. You got it? So similarly, we have lots and lots of built-in functions, and which means what is built-in function is already it's written. It's written by the Python programmer. Like, so whenever you write, like if you see something called here, if you see like abs, okay, this is a built-in function, and max of, this is also a built-in function. These are all like what do you say, mathematical built-in functions minimum. Okay, so which means when it finds the text ABS quotes, then the interpreter and the compiler will understand that it is already written over there. So it will understand that, oh, this is what it has to do. If I give min, then if I give some 2, 4, 7, so what it will print? By just looking into this spelling, MIN, it will understand because it's already written in the scripts. So it will just print the minimum of 3 numbers, that is 2. You got it? So these are called built-in functions. We don't need to define anything. This is what the function it has to do. Everything is already written. So whenever you install a Python, everything will be coded. Okay. So you just need to use the function name as such. So that is called built-in function. You got it? Any doubts? Okay. Single line comments. The next topic we are going to see is single line comment. In a program, for example, like you want to mention like, okay, this is something like this print function. What exactly this does? The print function displays output. Okay. So print. So just this is for our reference. If you put a hash, what is the sign called? Hash. If you put a hash over here, then the interpreter will understand that it will just ignore this. It will not consider this at all. This is for our understanding. For example, if you go here in this, for example, create a window. Like what is that is given? Hash is given, which means this is for our understanding. For example, you have written a program. After 3 or 4 months, you are just coming back and seeing, you are going through your program, and you will sometimes forget why actually I have written this code. Why actually, what function is this? You might have forgotten. So it's like a comment you are giving. Function, this function is written to add numbers. Okay. This is for our reference. This is called single line comment. Okay. And the next line is multi-line comment. For example, if it is a single line, hash, you will give. But if it is a longer explanation about the program or whatever it is, you can't always put a hash in each. For example, you have 10 lines, okay, which you have written for your understanding. So you can't write hash before each and every line, right? So instead, you can go with single quotes, triple quotes. What is that called? Triple quote you can use. And inside that triple quote, you can write anything, like a big paragraph also you can write. So the compiler will not look into this at all. Okay, it will just skip this part and it will skip here, this one also, like pep rule. Because why it will not consider this? Tarun, why it will not consider this line?
Which line, ma'am?
I have highlighted.
That PEP 8 rules.
Yes. Why the compiler will not consider this?
We wrote it for our reference.
Yeah, like our reference means what is that I'm asking? Because we put
hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag. So that's why it will not consider, it will just consider that as a single line comment and it skip
Yes.
it. Okay. So that's it about built-in functions, single line comment and multi-line comments. Any doubts? Are you all taking notes? Okay, I'm just moving on. Yeah. So this is the comment. So here, this is a comment. Python ignores it. The print function displays output, print hello world. So here they are using single quote. Okay. My name is Arjun. I'm learning Python. Okay. So now what happens? It will just print whatever is there inside a single quote or double quotes. Now, you can also print numbers. For example, print 2024 and print 10 plus 5. So everything will be used. See here. Here I'm using. This is which mode? Daron, which mode I'm using here? This, what is this mode of running the program called?
Are you asking me or the other?
Daron. That's why it's very confusing. Daron. D-H-A-R-U-N. There are 3 modes I taught you. Interactive mode, shell mode, and the last one is notebook mode, right? So this one is called what? Govind?
Interactive mode.
Very nice. It's an interactive mode, right? So now I'm going to print a number. Okay, 2026. So what will be the output here? Anyone?
2026.
Just 2026. Yes. So now I'm just adding, okay, some arithmetic operations also can be done. So it will just add up. 10 plus 3, 13 it will give you. Got it? Yes. So I told you about some library functions. For example, minimum of, some built-in functions like 2, 1, 6. Okay. One more paragraph, one more parenthesis I put because the first, there are how many open parentheses? 1 and 2. So you have to close this with 2 parentheses. So what will be the output, Morris? Morris, I don't know.
1,
What will be the output of this?
1.
1. Very nice. You got it? So one more I'll go with ABS. This is called absolute
Value.
What will be the output now? Just 45. The positive number, it will just. So these are called built-in functions. Okay. Absolute value of minus 45 is 45. So what is the other one I told you? Other one I taught you. Other built-in function apart from print, min, abs. What did I taught you?
Maximum.
Anyone?
Maximum.
Yes. Maximum. Darun, what will be the output? DHARUN, Darun, what will be the output? Print max of. Very good, very good. So the maximum number out of all these 3 numbers will be printed. Got it? So these are called what? Built-in functions. Okay. Okay. So I hope everyone understood till here. Now comes, this is purely theory part. Like when you type print of hello, what is happening inside? How the compiler compiles it? What is happening inside? That is what we are going to see. So you don't worry about all these things. Just try to understand. Okay. It may be included in your syllabus. Okay. Because these, like only by knowing these things, you will be understanding certain terms which I told you right in the second slide. Like a few things like advantages of Python over other programming languages, you can understand it well. Okay. Okay. So fine. Source code. The process begins with human readable Python code. Human readable means what? We will be able to read that. For example, print hello. We are putting it in a double quotes or single quotes. That is called human readable Python code. Is it so? We are able to read it. Okay. So that is called source code. Typically saved in a file with py extension. Okay. We are actually saving it in a py extension file. So this code is high level and needs translation for the computer CPU to understand. So when you put print hello, how is it giving us the output as hello? That is what we are going to see. So when you see, when the computer sees the source code, first, what happens is when you run the script, when I run the script means what? Here, Python 3, I'm giving the file name. This is nothing but running the script. Okay. When I run the script, what happens here? The Python interpreter built-in compiler first translates the entire source code into an intermediate form called bytecode. So here what happens? This is the source code. Source code means what? Readable, human readable scripts we are writing, which the file for which the file name is .py. So this compiler, what it does, it will convert the source code into something called bytecode. Okay. And the extension is PYC. Okay. So the extension of that bytecode is called PYC. Actually, as a programmer, we don't need to worry about all these things. Okay. But still, we have to understand what is happening at the back end. Okay. That's why we are learning this. So the source code will be converted into a bytecode by the compiler, and the file extension will be like PYC, which means it is compiled line by line. It is compiled, and then something called Python virtual machine. What it does, PVM, this interprets the bytecode into machine code execution. Only by seeing that machine, this bytecode, right? The machine or the CPU cannot understand even the bytecode. I'll tell you what is bytecode. So the machine will not even understand what is bytecode. This PVM called Python Virtual Machine converts the bytecode into machine code. Okay. And by looking into that machine code only, CPU executes the instruction. Okay. So this is the flow. You got it? Python source code. What happens is token wise, it will be broken down. I'll explain you what is all these things, parsing. So in general, what you can understand is source code is converting into bytecode by the compiler. And this bytecode, this PVM or Python virtual machine converts bytecode into what? Anyone?
Machine code.
Very good. Machine code converts into machine code, and then CPU understands that machine code and giving us the result to the user. Okay. So here is an example. With an example, we are going to see here. See, for example, print hello. Okay, this is what human readable source code, right? Any doubts in this, anyone? Darun, are you able to follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so print hello. So what happens? This is Python code print hello. What happens is tokenization and parsing. What this compiler does, it will convert that into each token. Characters, right? For example, P, R, I, N, T, it will just segregate. It will just separate that as each token. Bracket is considered as one token, and double quotes is considered as one token. So each and every, it's like each character is tokenized, and then one bytecode is generated. How will be the bytecode? For example, load name, print, load const. What is that? Load name is print. And load constant is hello. Darun, if you don't understand, not an issue. You don't actually need it. Okay. You're too small to understand, but just ignore this. Okay. But for other students, you please try to understand this. Okay. Load name, print, load constant, hello, call function. This is called bytecode. Okay. And now what this PVM does, Python virtual machine does, this executes this bytecode into machine code, right? So what happens here? There will be something called heap memory, okay? Which means like in our body, which is considered as a memory powerhouse. Which part of our body is called powerhouse? Huh? Brain, right? So whatever, like for example, we see someone, and if we are talking to that person, and that person's face is getting registered. So when you see the person second time, it gets processed in our brain. Okay, it will just scan each and everything, and it will just click, oh, that day I've seen this guy. So that memory is picking up, right? Like the brain is giving us the information. So in the same way, we have brain, like we have something called heap memory in our PVM, and over there an object is created, like one space is created to place hello text string, the string object. To store the string object, a space is created. Okay, and then what happens? One namespace is also created for this variable print. Okay, and now the next step is it will map both this print and hello. So it's very in detail I'm explaining you, but if you don't follow much, then leave it. Okay, whoever is able to follow it up, you can, otherwise you can just leave it. Okay, so it will map. See, I think in Java, what happens is one memory will be allocated for that variable, and for in that variable value will be stored, right? But in Python, what happens? It will be referenced. print and hello, it will be like a reference. Mapping will happen. Okay. The space will be created only for hello, not for print. That is the difference here in Python. Okay. So next, what happens? This is converted. This machine code, right? Machine code is converted. This bytecode is converted into machine code. This is how it is done. So I don't want to go deep into it. And now it is able to give the output hello. Okay. So the basic architecture you want to understand is this thing. The source code will be converted into bytecode by the compiler, and bytecode PVM, Python virtual machine converts this bytecode into machine code, and then CPU understands that and gives output to the user. So this is the architecture. Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am, actually.
Mm.
You said it's referencing memory. Is it somewhat like a hash map?
Yeah, correct. Like key pair or something like that. Like
Like a hash map, right? Where you have a
yeah,
list
hash
of
map.
stored
Kind.
things and then you just reference them and then you take them out accordingly.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a mapping. Correct. So this is print hello is one kind. Like when I take you like I equal to 2, then you can understand better. Okay, when I go to that example. Okay, so that's how like I variable, which is in namespace, will be mapped to the value 3. Okay, so that is how it works. Nice. So any doubts in this? How it gets compiled? This is little bit theory part. So yeah. Any doubts in this architecture? Can anyone explain this in 1 or 2 lines, the architecture? Anyone can volunteer. I want
So
anyone to explain only the architecture. Yes.
So it takes source code, right? And then it converts it into an intermediate form, which then converts itself into which sorry, not converts
No,
itself. Sorry.
what is converting? You tell me. What is
Source
actually
code. The source
Mm,
code is being run through the compiler, which converts it into bytecode.
mm,
Bytecode isn't machine. The bytecode is not machine readable either, but bytecode is readable by PVM, right?
correct.
And
Yes.
PVM converts that into machine code, which is actually transistor switches and logical gates, and that is what executes the program at the end. Logical
Yes.
gates, right?
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Thank you so much. You can give an applause to Morris. You know how to give applause? Others? Thank you. Okay. Fine. So, yes. So we'll go see some quiz here. Already answer is there, but still. Okay. Which of these is a valid single line comment? A, B, C, D.
B.
B. Okay. Single hash is there. And then what does the print function do? Prints the program to paper or sends output to the screen, creates a new file or defines a variable. What it does?
Option
It
B.
just
Option.
sends, yes, output to the screen. And which command runs a Python file called hello.py in the terminal? So I showed you, right, how to execute it. We have to use Python 3 hello.py. I just showed you right here. How are we executing it? This is called executing a Python program. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So now I'll come to this part. Key takeaways. Python is interpreted. Okay. What do you mean by interpreted is we don't have a separate thing called interpreter as in other programming languages. This compiler does everything, and Like for example, in Java, how will you execute? I think Yuvan knows about it. First, you have to compile it, right? JAVAC, the programming JAVAC. So first you have to execute it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It will
Yeah,
get compiled and then
compile it
you
and
will
then-
yes, yes. Then you will be executing the program. But in Python, we don't need to consider that. Everything will be taken care by Python itself. So it is interpreted dynamically typed, which means I have to take one more topic, then you can understand what is dynamically typed. Someone after taking variables, data types, someone can remind me about this term, dynamically typed. And it is used everywhere from AI to web. So print displays output, it creates comments. Indentation with 4 spaces is mandatory. So indentation, about indentation, I'll take it later. Yes. And what is PEP8 style guide, which means there are certain rules. Okay, see, I'll show you certain things. If you consider a variable, the name should be like this, one space should be there, all these things, some rules will be there. Okay, so that are called PEP rules. Okay. So Python interpreter can run interactively or execute .py script files, which I've explained you. Okay. So that's it about this thing. So I have one last topic. So any doubts in these? So what we have seen, what are the 3 modes of running your Python program? Interactive shell, script mode, and notebook. And then what is built-in function, single line comments, multi-line comments. Okay. And then all these things like printing a number and using all the built-in functions, and how it is compiled, like when you write a program, how internally what is happening. This is the architecture. So these are the topics we have covered, right? So today we will be executing programs based on this. And any doubts? Shall I move on to the next topic? I'll just go with theory part today, and tomorrow I'll take exercises in that. Okay. Yes. So in all our kitchen, you might have seen these kinds of jars, right? So here, if you see, what is that you observe here? Can you share your thoughts in this? Yeah, can you please share?
Ma'am, there are like different types, like not only the regular jars, like the bottles and
They're organized.
Yeah, organized. Organized, how it is organized? I mean, in the first layer, on which in which category it is organized?
according to the category of the container.
Category means what? Whether
What-
it's a liquid.
Liquids.
Going.
Liquids and solids.
Yeah,
Correct.
bottles
Yes.
of with
Yeah, like we will have some powder kind of thing, right? Chili powder, turmeric powder, and then we will have like mustard or jeera will be in a kind of thing, and some oils will be in a separate container, right? So that kind of difference you could see here, right? Correct. So in general, if you see, how many containers are there? In general, if I ask, how many containers are there?
13.
13 containers, right? And how many types of containers are there?
3.
3 types of containers. So if you see, if I say containers, total 3. Types of containers, 3, right? And how about the, what do you say, items? items here, including oil or whatever it is, oil, this powder form, mustard, solid form. How many varieties of items here?
13.
13 again, right? Okay, good. So here, what I'm going to do is, for example, I equal to 3. Okay. If in the program, if I say I equal to 3, this I is called a variable. Okay. This is called variable. Are you able to see what I'm writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is called variable. Instead of I, you can use anything. Like for example, D also you can use it. Like your name also you can use. Okay. Like Darun, you can use anything. It's your wish. It's something called user defined variable. Okay. Anything you can use. And what is called 3? Value. Okay. This is called value. Any doubts in this?
No.
D equal to 3. So here D is called Darun. Are you with me? What is called D? What is called D? What is called D? Variable. Okay. User defined variable. Why we say variable? It can vary. Like it can be anything. Okay. That's why we name it as variable. User defined variable. And this is called value. Okay. So what is the value 3 here, right? So here 3 is a number, right? When the compiler see like D equal to 3, it will be easily able to find out that what is the type of the variable. What is the type of the variable? It's a number, right? It will be able to figure it out. For example, if I'm giving another variable, S equal to hello, which means S is a variable again, and this is a value. But what is the type of this variable? Sorry.
String.
What is the type of this variable?
String.
Very nice. Yo, what happened? The type of the variable is?
String.
Yeah. One second. Somehow I am getting stuck. Yes, string, right? Yes. And for example, one more I'm taking up. T equal to 3.2. And what is the type of the variable?
Float.
Decimal value. Float. Got it? So now you correlate with these concepts called container, types of container, item. With this, I'm picking someone from this. Govind?
Yes, ma'am.
Compare, for example, D equal to 3, and this is a number. Now,
Yes,
D,
ma'am.
you can compare it with what? Container or type of container or an item inside that.
D, the types of container.
Can you be, your voice is not clear.
The types of container. Types of container.
It's a type of container, you mean to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because there's 3 types of container. The picture. So I want to say that.
Okay. So someone else, Tarun, T-H-A-R-U-N. How about you? What is your idea? What are you comparing D with? Container or types of container or item?
Same types of container.
Types of container. Okay. Morris?
So compared with other items of the same category.
Items.
Of the same category.
of the same category. Okay. Yuvan,
Ma'am, container.
container. Okay. So who is correct here? Who do you think is correct? It's a container. Okay. How? For example, D equal to 3. This is what? Number, right? Something like eat equal to 5. Again, this is a number. One more I'm giving, like yuan, something variable I'm giving, and 500. And this is number. Okay. And T equal to Darun. And Y equal to, these are all user defined variables, right? These are called user defined variables. Python. So what is the data type of it? String, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is string. So these are called containers. These can be compared with containers. T, Y, everything is we can compare that with containers. D, eat, yuan, T, Y. Now, type of containers, right? What are type of containers be compared with? Anyone? Any guess?
Ma'am, it's the data types.
What is that?
String, integer.
Very nice. String, number, or integer. Okay. This is compared to the type of container. What is that items inside that container will be compared with? Here. Values. What are they?
3, 5, 500.
3, 5, 500. Darun. Python. Right? Any doubts? Are you able to correlate now? All of you. Now you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone has any doubt, please raise your hand or please tell me. I'll explain again and explain it again. Everyone understood?
Actually,
Okay.
one doubt. You said these are compared with each other. Can I just have clarity on what compared means? Because is it the comparison operators like less than or equal to, or things like that?
No. So no. So these are called assignment statements. Okay. Okay. These are called assignments. That's all. As you said, like for example, D equal to 3 plus 2. This is different. These are operators. Okay. Arithmetic operators. That is different. Or like D less than or equal to 3. All these are operators. That is different. Okay. Now we are talking about assignment statements only. Like how are we assigning a value to a variable? That is what we are seeing. And you should understand clearly what is variable, what is data type, that is integer. I'll explain you in detail in the next class. And then what is the value assigned to that variable. That's all. So just for a proper understanding, I'm comparing with this containers in the kitchen. So now you got it. So
Yeah.
here variables are nothing but the containers, and the value is nothing but the items inside the jar. And data type is compared to the type of jar. Right? In our case, we have seen like string, float, integer, everything. Right? So this is the basic concept of variables and data types. You should be very clear in this concept. Got it? Okay. So that's it about Darun. Yeah, any doubts, Darun?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So, okay. So that's it about today's theory class. So if you don't have anything, I'll stop recording and we'll start our practical work now. Okay. Thank you so much.